Hello, I'm Claude White, and I want to speak on the Kovalev Canelo Alvarez fight from last night. Well, I should say earlier this morning because that's when it ended. It was a very entertaining fight. This is going to be a very brief synopsis of the fight. As you know, Canelo knocked out Kovalev in the 11th round. Some people will say that he took a dive. Others will say, listen, all the credit goes to Canelo Alvarez. And a lot of other people will say that Alexei Kovalev is now a shot fighter. Is it A, B, or C? I'm going to go with D, all of the above. First, let's give credit where credit is due. Canelo Alvarez fought a very gallant fight. And also, the mark of a shot fighter is, I don't know if you guys noticed it during the fight, Alexei Kovalev, he did not let go of that right hand nearly enough to disturb Canelo from coming inside. I mean, Kovalev did throw out that stick, and he had followed Buddy McGirt to a T when throwing out that jab, but it seemed like, I don't know whether he was hesitant to pull the trigger, but there were more than a few times where it was begging for a right hand to be thrown, and he failed to do so. Whereas Canelo Alvarez, I would say after about the third round, started going through that stick. I mean, he basically willed his way inside, and he would hit him with a barrage of shots. And he also timed Kovalev very well, because if you notice, there were certain times where Kovalev's left was caught really low, and he would time that check left hook and would catch him. And let's face it, Andre Ward basically showed you the blueprint on how to beat Kovalev, because you can tell Kovalev, and obviously no fighter likes taking a lot of body shots, but especially Alexei Kovalev, when you go to the body repeatedly to him, he starts to fade a little bit, and he has had, even in his prime, unfortunately, Kovalev has had that tendency to fade in the so-called championship rounds, which are the 10th, 11th, and 12th rounds. Back in the day, obviously, it used to be the 13th, 14th, and 15th. But we are talking about modern-day boxing. And let's face it, Kovalev, I mean, Buddy McGirt gave him a bit of a resurgence. But we know that he can only take a certain amount of punishment. And when Alvarez caught him with a three-punch combination in the 11th round, that was all she wrote for Alexei Kovalev. Now, what do I see in the future for Alexei Kovalev? I believe that he is no longer a championship caliber fighter. I believe that Alexei Kovalev, he'll headline a few fights, but I don't think we'll ever see him at a championship level ever again. What will be next for Canelo? Will Canelo stay at this weight, or will he drop down? I actually believe that the bigger money fights would be if he dropped down. I tell you what, I would love to see a fight between, Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, but I don't think Canelo wants that. I think that he feels more comfortable at the bigger weight. I mean, he's shown that his punches would carry. Now, I don't know if Kovalev is the right guy to test that theory, because we know that Kovalev's chin is very questionable. But, I mean, he's got basically nothing to lose. He's already proven to be a champion at that level, beating Kovalev. But I do believe that it would be very interesting to see a Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight. I mean, let's face it, Crawford hasn't faced anybody outside of Gamboa. And I think that that would be the fight of the year. Now, obviously, with Errol Spence Jr. Coming off the car accident, it's going to take him a few months to get back into fighting shape, and he's obviously going to need a tune-up. But we have to give Canelo credit. He stuck to his game plan, he wore him down, and he eventually got the TKO that he was looking for. So congratulations to Canelo Alvarez. And I believe that Mr. Kovalev should just ride off into the sunset. Please like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claude White. Take care, and God bless.